Inside the stadium, VIPs are drinking $1,000 champagne. And like literally 3 blocks away, a delivery courier is crying because a security blockade is stopping him from completing a $12 pizza order.
Yeah, it is just a complete collision. You have this digital world demanding instant gratification, smashing right into a physical city that is, well, essentially barricaded.
Right. Billions are watching the 2026 World Cup knockouts on TV. Millions are ordering food on their apps at the exact same time, and the infrastructure just totally snaps.
Completely snaps.
So welcome to this investigative deep dive. Today, we are looking at something we're calling the delivery lockout. We're pulling from a massive stack of sources today, primarily the newly released Hungry Cities report, to really expose the hidden human and economic costs of these mega events. So, okay, let's unpack this.
The contrast on the ground is just wild. I mean, you have the independent gig worker, right? They are on a bike or a scooter just trying to navigate their regular shift, but they are physically trapped.
Just completely boxed in.
Exactly. They hit these sudden police lines, VIP transport corridors, and just wall-to-wall traffic. The city basically turns into a fortress, but the delivery apps are operating like it is just a standard Tuesday night.
Wait, see, I really have to push back on that, though. These tech companies have multi-billion-dollar state-of-the-art live mapping. Like, my phone warns me about a pothole 3 seconds before I hit it.
Yeah, sure.
So how is it possible the algorithm doesn't just, reroute these drivers around the police lines? It's like opening the floodgates of a dam, but building a brick wall right in front of the water. It just creates a massive logistical nightmare for everyone on the local streets.
Right, well, it comes down to isolated data silos. The city planners use this closed-loop system for their physical security perimeters, and they change them dynamically for crowd control.
Oh, so they aren't even talking to the tech platform.
No, they simply do not talk to each other.
Yeah.
The gig apps use a totally rigid routing API that is strictly designed for point A to point B efficiency, mostly based on historical traffic patterns.
Wow, so it really is like trying to run two different operating systems on the exact same computer simultaneously. One is booting up in this mega event lockdown mode, and the other just completely refuses to acknowledge any real-world anomalies.
Yep. And what's fascinating here is how that specific software disconnect manages to trigger disruptions across the entire metropolitan economy. It is far beyond just, a localized traffic jam by the stadium. The whole urban supply chain effectively breaks down.
I mean, if the physical streets are failing, how does that financial shockwave hit the wider city? Because honestly, I initially assumed a World Cup match would be an absolute goldmine for local restaurants.
You would think so, right? But the notes from the Hungry Cities report show a very different reality. Small businesses prep all this inventory for a massive digital rush. The orders flood in, but the couriers either can't reach the restaurant or they can't leave the security zone once they get the food.
Oh, that is brutal. So the restaurants are just stuck with cold food.
Yeah, they end up losing thousands of dollars in refunds and wasted inventory in a single night.
And meanwhile, the couriers absorb the ultimate penalty. We are talking about a highly vulnerable population here. A lot of these folks are new immigrants working grueling hours just to cover basic rent.
Exactly. The algorithm doesn't see a geopolitical security event. It doesn't see a police barricade.
It just calculates delayed delivery time.
Right. It is this brutal mathematical automation. The system penalizes the human worker for delays that are entirely outside their control. Their account metrics drop, their future earning potential is mathematically slashed, and, well, the platform just doesn't accept barricaded by riot police as a valid input.
Yeah, the glamour of this corporate entertainment completely eclipses the daily survival of the local residents. It is just so disconnected.
A few missing lines of code between city planners and tech companies can literally paralyze an entire neighborhood's economy.
So what does this all mean for you? Next time you tap order on your phone during a massive global broadcast, try to think beyond the slick app interface.
Yeah, you have to realize how incredibly fragile our modern conveniences actually are.
Right, and how easily a disconnected system collapses when digital demands hit physical brick walls. Which leaves this really lingering question to mull over. If these algorithms continue to blindly penalize drivers for delays caused by city-mandated security zones, what happens to our urban infrastructure when these invisible workers simply decide the math doesn't work and it is just too risky to log on during the next mega event? Will those VIPs still have their catered suites when the city outside the stadium completely stops working?